Joining me right now to discuss the left's relentless attacks on President Trump, President Obama making his way back into the spotlight, Hillary Clinton's latest tweet tonight, and much more. We have Mollie Hemingway, senior editor at the Federalist and founder and CEO of American Majority, Ned Ryun. Good to have you guys here. Ned, I'll start with you. Your reaction to Mr. Depp, his comments, and how it is that so many on the left seem to think they can take, they're not cheap shots.
Right.
Because I think these are very dangerous shots that they're taking. Why are they doing it, and how do they get away with it?
Well, first of all, Captain Jack Sparrow needs to lay off the rum a little bit. No, I think the thing that was a little disturbing about that video is the laughter at his comments about him talking about assassinating our President of the United States. So you look at this rhetoric not only with Johnny Depp, you look at it from commentators. I think the thing that's interesting to me, and probably the most troubling, because this part of politics is very heated rhetoric. It has definitely gone up a notch. I think the thing that has really been the big difference for me to observe is the fact that Hillary Clinton, Eric Holder, and some major political figures in the Democrat Party are actually embracing the Antifa, the resistance, and saying we are a part of the resistance. They're embracing this rhetoric and this behavior. This is where I think there's been a real change in how it has been in the past. Now we have major figures in the other political party actually embracing those who are saying these things.
Mollie, you agree with that? I mean, you think about, we can add Kathy Griffin and the Caesar play here as well, where the character Donald Trump-esque is brutally stabbed there at the end. Your thoughts?
Well, even worse, I think, than some of these artists, who I don't think people take much political advice from, is the political rhetoric that's coming from politicians or Democratic leaders. It is important for people to be able to disagree and do so civilly, particularly just 1 week after we saw what happened when people are unable to handle their disagreements civilly and they actually try to commit a mass assassination of Republicans. It is in this environment that I think we really need to refocus our efforts and work together as citizens in this space, and that's not what you're seeing. And also, you know, it seems frustrating that this type of rhetoric is not criticized as much as it should be by the peers of some of these people or by media outlets. And, you know, again, I want to say, though, Hillary Clinton just came out and said that the Republicans are the party of death, and you have Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders and all these people saying that millions of people will die if Republican policy proposals are crafted the way they are. When you speak that way, that sounds apocalyptic. That sounds like you need to take really horrible action against it.
This seems to me, Ned, and take a look, everyone, at this tweet that she sent out just a short time ago. She wrote, "Forget death panels. If Republicans pass this bill, they're the death party." I mean, she's saying this, by the way, Ned, at a time when Representative Scalise is just getting released from the hospital.
Well, and Chuck Schumer, I believe yesterday, said we have to declare open warfare against Republicans over this health care bill. At some point, we have to say this rhetoric has to be dialed back a notch. We're all Americans. This is the one thing that is deeply frustrating to me. We can have our political differences, right and left. We're all Americans. We settle our differences at the ballot box. We do not settle them with violence. We do not settle them with intimidation. We do not settle them with the destruction of private property. What you're seeing now with the Democrats is, you know, the whole unity thing after the Scalise shooting lasted a hot minute. And now they're right back to this heated rhetoric. At some point, you have to say, get past the rhetoric. Let's have real solutions. But I will say this, Trish. I think the thing, as their rhetoric is appealing to their left base, it is not appealing to the moderate and independent voters and working class. So they can keep on going down this path. It's not going to build coalitions. It's not going to add votes to the Democrat Party.
No, I agree with you. Mollie, you know, they don't have much of a future right now. They got Nancy Pelosi hogging up a lot of space there. She doesn't want to go anywhere, has said she's not going to go anywhere. And yet even members of the Democratic Party themselves, they are realizing that she's a liability. Hillary Clinton, this tweet tonight, clearly a liability. Are they going to ever start to change?
Well, it would be good for them to try and adopt some type of change, but the problem is that it isn't just Nancy Pelosi and it isn't just Hillary Clinton. This is a problem that the Democratic Party has writ large, that they don't have policy proposals that are appealing to people, and rather than look inside and think about whether they can change their policy proposals to be more attractive to working men and women, they are using this really extreme rhetoric that does very little other than keep getting Republicans elected.